Good morning and welcome back to Unabashed You, Scotti Taylor. What a joy and a pleasure it is to have you.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Oh my gosh. It's actually been, I think, a few years since you've been on. Of course, we follow each other on social media, and I always feel like I get to continue hearing about how you're doing through your different posts and sharing of your life. So appreciate being able to stay connected in that way.
Same to you, same
Yeah.
to you.
Is there anything you want listeners to know as we get started here?
I just celebrated my 25th anniversary yesterday. So that is a big
Yay.
deal. I grew up with my husband. We were always friends. I've known him my whole life. So we've definitely hit some rocks along the way. But we're at a really great space now. So yeah, stick with
Yeah.
it. Keep choosing the hard road.
Yes, yes, I agree, and I love hearing that.
Every day is a choice, right? Every day.
Yes, yes, right. Three words that describe you today.
I would definitely say resilient. I would say energized, and I would say aware. I'm very
Ooh.
hyper aware at the moment. Um, yeah,
Ooh, those are such good. I love words. So,
me too.
this,
Same with me. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's just
Right
so,
that with you.
yes, it's so fun to just to hear the words that people use to describe themselves. It just, there's something about it that's really, it's a knowing. I mean, I feel that from you. So it's great, that recognition and then the sharing of it. Something you've been watching lately.
I
Fun.
haven't been really watching anything, but I have been listening to a ton of audiobooks because when I'm painting, that's what I'm doing. I'm listening to audiobooks.
Oh,
I just devoured Jen Hatmaker's new book, The Awake. It is um, phenomenal. I mean, it definitely is. It just the audiobook knocked my socks off. She
wow.
would have the people in her life that texted her through, getting her through her life crises, read their actual texts, and it was just incredible. It was incredible. Our upbringings were really similar in that like Southern Baptist shame mentality, kind of. So it really healed parts of me that I didn't really needed healing. So I highly recommend it.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take our deep dive. And we're talking to women that I consider, spicy Christian women becoming all that in a bag of chips. And you are definitely right in that category. I have long just been aware of you and your energy and your faithfulness and how committed you are to your kids and your husband and all the things, all the things. Do you consider yourself brave or confident or spicy or all that?
I would say absolutely. I would say that as I turned 50 this year, it definitely it hit full force. I've always heard about the mind shift that happens when women turn 50, and it's absolutely totally true. I don't really care much anymore about things. I work out to feel good right now. I feel strong and healthy. Um, I like to talk to people. I like to meet people. I'm interested in other people's stories. I
Mhm.
think that makes me confident in my abilities to connect with people, which is to me the most important thing.
Mhm.
Um, Now, am I human? Do I have so many faults? It's just unreal. Absolutely. Every day is just me trying to be better with God's help and God's grace. So, um,
Right.
I am spicy because I'm passionate about things that really matter to me.
Mhm.
It's uh, I expect humanity
Ah. Oh gosh, yes.
on every level, even if it's wrong or the humanity part is the awareness of how you're living and being a part of the world affects other people.
Hmm.
And that's to me what we're here for. And that is God, and that is important to me.
Right. And it's, I think right now, it feels a little bit like a tall order to expect humanity.
It
Uh,
does. It
yeah.
does.
And that is deeply distressing and disappointing.
Right.
Is there anything that gets in your way of being all those things that you just described?
Absolutely there was. I feel like it's less in the way now that I've started hormone replacement therapy.
I, and you did, and by the way, listeners, Scotty is an artist and she's done so much. Her art is incredible, colorful, vibrant, powerful, impactful. I mean, all the good words that I can think of. And you did do at least one or a couple
Yeah.
around that.
Around the fact that perimenopausal women need to have better healthcare options and knowledge, and HRT is not bad and it will save your life. It saved mine. It completely saved my life. I had lost my brain. My hormones were, even though regular, there was some serious withdrawals happening,
Mhm.
micro withdrawals that just really upset my system. And I kind of lost my mind a little bit. And the minute I started estrogen, the minute I felt everything fall back into place, it was like a curtain. Like, what the hell has been happening to me? That was crazy. Thank God that we have modern medicine, because I would have been one of those women in the 50s and 60s who was put in a mental institution because their hormones were, they were having a hysterectomy. They were hysterical, it's just, I'm firmly in the camp that it's all a conspiracy to keep us women down, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But
Yes, and
it,
yeah, go ahead.
that has enabled me. That was keeping me from daily conversing with God,
Mm-hmm.
from having me be able to discern Him, listen to Him, engage with Him. That was my mental health issues from severe perimenopause were keeping me from walking with Him.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I highly encourage women to get that. Uh,
Well, and this is something I really appreciate about you. You're bold enough, not even just enough. You're bold and you call a thing a thing. You're like, this is how it was. This is how
yeah.
it was for me, and this is what made all the difference. I appreciate that you don't kind of, you know,
Well, I will say I'm not for everybody. I don't really know any other way to be except to be um authentic, and I do know that it gets me in trouble at times because that can read as no filter sometimes, but it's a genuine, I have a genuine love and caring of other people.
right,
I am from Texas. I don't know if maybe that's just how people are in Texas, or at least you lean more towards that way. I say things in love that may seem not so much in love at times, but they are all said in love because we're just human. We're all in the same boat. We are all sinners. We are all screwing up, we're all the same. So I don't want to ever, I connect with people on that way because I don't want anyone to ever feel like my life is in any way easy, or, look, it's hard, right? It's all hard.
right. Yes, it's all hard. But see, the point I'm trying to make is how much I appreciate that you show up as you. You don't you're like this is me, and you like you say the things you do you're doing in love. I mean, sometimes love is hard. Sometimes love is saying no. Sometimes love is
Yeah.
putting your hands up. I mean, all of that can be love.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Apologizing.
Mm, yes.
It's all love. And
Scotty, why do you choose to have faith?
I really don't have any choice, Rochelle. I
Yeah, it's so good.
I really I would be having a terrible life if I didn't have faith.
Mhm.
Through my daughters, through Drew's, you know her story.
Yes.
Had her early, had all these health problems her whole life. Everything we thought was attributed to her prematurity was not really her prematurity. And at 20, we got her rare disease diagnosis by some fluke of Facebook, someone reaching out to me from across the country. So, that was in itself life-changing for me, completely life-changing. In that process, there are some details in there that were so incredibly unconnectable that
Mhm.
were he absolutely showed himself to me because there is no other way. For whatever reason, he decided to say, look what I can do. And I feel blessed, honored. I feel complete with that knowledge.
Mm,
It healed me. It healed me in ways that allowed me to step up finally as the caregiver that my daughter has always needed, which I have always been, but it was just a mind shift,
mhm,
that a mind shift of this is my what he has given me.
mhm.
Um, so, you know, when he did that, he whacked me over the head. Before he was like this omniscient presence.
Right.
Now he is my friend and he is my confidant. And I feel indebted to him. And this alone gives me great confidence
Mm,
because I absolutely know that he is in control.
right.
So I can decide to meet with him all day and live
Mm,
powerfully, or I can, like I have in the past, decided to not acknowledge his presence and live sadly.
mm,
And so every day I wake up and I choose him.
right.
And it has completely revolutionized the way that I live
Right.
and that I walk through the days.
What a difference. You paint that so well. How does God speak to you? Do you like, is there a particular or a few different ways that you feel like he speaks to you?
Definitely. I feel like I am speaking to him all day long. And although he never, I don't hear that little voice I think that some people have that they can discern that that's God's voice, or I don't have that. But he will do little things throughout the day that affirm his presence.
Mm,
He'll put people in my path. Something will happen. Um, some part of my family that has been raw will be healed. Um, it's it's those kind of things that he's doing, and I'm noticing,
mhm.
and that's the conversation I'm having with him.
Right. Right. Oh, and you're seeing him in action, and
Yes.
you're aware and you acknowledge, oh gosh, this is God. That's so cool.
Yeah.
One of your favorite faith-based quotes.
So I had to really think about this question when I heard this. I don't have a ton to choose from because my upbringing holds in those kind of faith-based spaces holds some trauma for me. So I look to my art and artists and the extension of the brain to the hand as kind of my faith. Not that that's kind of what I'm constantly learning and equating God's handiwork to the way artists interpret the world.
Hmm.
My favorite artist, Charlotte Jaffe, she said, "Paint what is right in front of you."
Oh,
And she certainly didn't mean that to be faith-based, but I definitely think of it in regards to my faith, and in regards to my everyday choices. It helps me stop lamenting about the future or trying to attach some incredible meaning to things. It just reminds me to kind of loosen up and really focus on what's right in front of me, the
right,
things that I can control, the things that I have a daily impact on. Um,
right. Well,
so
it keeps you in the here and now, which is
yes.
really helpful because we have oh my gosh, we have such a tendency to get too far ahead,
Hmm.
or we're like obsessing about this other stuff that already happened that we can't really do anything about anyway, unless there's something that we need to make right. That's a whole nother thing entirely. But
Right.
trying to stay right here, right now is challenging.
I mean, and that's a lot of the sobriety puzzle piece as well, right? It's
Yeah,
it's the riding the emotions and not trying to cover up the,
right. Oh,
the
that's
mountains and hills.
well, and it's more than just good advice. It's a really healthy, constructive way to live. It's so healthy
Yes, I
and
think so.
challenging.
And challenging. That's kind of
Yes.
what we are all trying to do, right?
Right.
Stay
Is there
present.
is there anything in conclusion you feel like you didn't get to touch on for part one of your conversation?
I want to, really reiterate women who might be middle-aged.
So right here, we'll pick up. You started to reiterate, and then that's where I lost you.
Okay, I wanted to reiterate that any woman that had not actually had that kind of encounter with God, that to where he absolutely makes himself feel um, appear. I would say maybe just to pray that exact prayer. He likes specific prayers. I would just say, please, you know, please reveal yourself to me in some
Right.
non-catastrophic way so that,
Right. The caveat.
yeah. So that would just be it because, although that may not ever happen, I do feel like he will present himself to you.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Where can people find you, Scotty?
Usually Instagram's probably the best place at Hey Scotti Taylor, HeyScottitaylor. And that's it. I have a website, but I'm totally revamping it right now, so
Okay.
it'll be
Okay.
a, it'll be a month or so before I get it back up.
Right. Well, good. Okay. Well, thank you for this. It's always such a treat, Scotty, to be able to connect with you.
Thank you.